This was the whole story of the game. These four guys all behind the ball. When you do this, you can't pass through the defensive block. You can't pass through the middle. You have to go outside. And this made PSG really predictable. Like you could see Mikel Arteta. He was telling the team, look, everybody swing over to this side. And it really worked for a long time. You saw these situations where, like, even Ousmane Dembele would get so bored of standing around in the middle with no service, he would drop outside the block too. He would get on the ball, and PSG would have like 6 or 7 guys all outside the block with nobody to pass to in the center. So why were they doing this? Unlike a team like Man City, who plays secure in transition, Arsenal are actually pretty direct in transition. In fact, in the Premier League this season, they were the #1 team for the most counterattacks. Luis Enrique knew that, and that is what he was scared of. That's why PSG set up the way that they did. This was all about rest defense. Those four guys in the middle, they weren't necessary in possession, but they were necessary out of possession. And you could see Arsenal's counters get stymied time and time again, because even when one guy swung over to cut out the wing threat, Pacha was still waiting at home, right? Vitinha was still man-marking Martin Odegaard in the middle. Every threat that Arsenal might have had on the counter was snuffed out by those four central guys who could shift one way or the other way and be prepared to stop it. But the interesting story here is that Arsenal's defending is so good, not just because they're well drilled in a low block, but also because when they win the ball, they're a threat to attack quickly the other direction. And that makes teams set up completely differently against them. It makes PSG play differently against Arsenal than they did against Bayern Munich. If penalties had gone another way, maybe we'd be telling a story about how this was Arsenal's stroke of genius. This was Mikel Arteta. This was Luis Enrique playing too conservatively. But that's football for you.